This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line.
Cook, the ball carrier.
31 yards there and a first down.
That looked like a two-deep coverage, which we call cover two. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 29. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Play action now. Cousins. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
11 yards. It's 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Cook. Now Cook hit and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check 50, check 50. 54.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Right there, 54 Mike. Check pass, check pass. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Big end, big end, big end.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up the first down.
This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First and goal.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. They'll try to run with Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. A 1-yard run on first down, another one on second. It might not do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets them 6 points.
And at contract time, you want to show touchdowns scored way more than you want to show yards per carry.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
He's crossing. He's checking.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
At the 22-yard line.
They go play action. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Give him 14 on the play, and it'll move the chains.
With the score,
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Man left, man left. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, hey, watch edge, watch edge. Check, 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 check. Watch the safety creep. Check the backer, check the backer.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
45, Mike, 45. Jim. Check 9, check 9.
From the gun, it's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36.
Let's keep moving. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Kill.
Throwing again here. Wilson steps away. Left side complete to Lockett. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 33 yards that time.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line. Got to love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
He was brought down
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Vikings 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Vikings nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Cousins on 1st down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Minnesota.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And Cook has it, left side.
Pass. Complete.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Seahawks 33-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Minnesota.
Adam Thielen, 33 yards. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
Makes the score.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make our score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they give the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check my 40. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Operating from the gun, Wilson steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. As we do every week, we like to look ahead to what's coming up week 4 in the NFL. And no shortage of good matchups again. I'm going to start, though, Charles, with one that is not really an intriguing matchup because they're two good teams. 2 0-3 teams, Denver and the Jets. Vic Fangio and Adam Gase, those coaches, they both need a win in a big way.
You got that right, and both of them have really struggled in the early going. Denver lost their quarterback, Drew Lock. He's supposed to be gone for about a month or so, and they're playing with Jeff Driscoll right now, and it's really, really tough for the Jets. Hard to find anything that's been positive early.
And then a couple of other ones on the other end of the spectrum. Pittsburgh and Tennessee, both 3-0, and a late afternoon game on Sunday. New England at Kansas City. That should be a good one. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Being chased out left. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 26-yard line.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. This is Carson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one a 41-yard attempt. Oh, and Myers left that one out there. It's no good. Wide to the right. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? you adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. On first down, Wilson rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, there's two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
And 8 at the 14-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. From the gun, Wilson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Third down.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Squeeze. Now let's run, let's run. Run left, run left. Easy.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now, a little bit of space there for Cook that time as he winds up getting about 7 there on first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
A gain of 12. And the Vikings first down.
First down, here's Cousins. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. K.J. Wright, his second sack of the night. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Throwing again. Wilson escaping the pressure right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 54 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
All the talk when Russell Wilson came into the league about his height, those big defensive linemen, can he get the ball over? You get him outside the pocket like that, doesn't really matter.
No, it really doesn't, and you're exactly right. Many people dinged him for that and said, how's he going to see over NFL linemen? He never did, right? At whatever level, he saw through them and found pockets and windows to throw the football. But as you noted, when he's outside the pocket and his vision is totally clear, oh, look out, because he's going to find someone downfield, as we just saw there.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here we go.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Big play! Big play! Good high! Ready! Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
On 1st down, Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 11.
2nd down and goal. Cousins to the goal line, but it's incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes not.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
It's 4th down and goal.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 30.
Oh, that's the way to run it, boy.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Dunbar.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 25. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Seahawks. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
21 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
The kickoff for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And they will not be